Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sears, thank you for this time, and to my colleagues in the committee. Democracy is at a crucial moment in Latin America. Today, we're discussing an alliance for democracy with Panama, Costa Rica, and the Dominican Republic. Meanwhile, our enemies are pushing the limits to see what they can get away with. Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Bolivia are poisoning our hemisphere. It's like good versus bad, socialism versus capitalism, corruption versus the rule of law. That's why I applaud our neighbors working to reform their countries for the better, while their evil neighbors are pushing oppression and socialism at their borders. I'm talking about Maduro and Ortega and Castro and Putin and Xi Jinping. These are predators. They devour everything they can and destroy whatever they touch. These are names that will scar our history books for decades. This instability decimates the people of the region, and the United States is feeling the aftershocks. Refugees and immigrants are coming to our borders. The regional economy is upended, and American investors are paying the price. I cannot overstate the severity of anti-Western dictators operating only hours away from our shores. That's why I applaud the work of Panama, Costa Rica, and Dominican Republic, our long-term trade partners and democratic friends. That's why we must strengthen supply chains and nearshore businesses to bring industry back to the Americas. We know that we can trust them, and we can get the products to Americans a lot faster. We can invest in infrastructure and know it will be a good investment. We can show the world that America can counter China's Belt and Road Initiative and be a trusted ally. This will be alleviated, and it will also alleviate the immigration crisis in this country, the one that we're facing right now. Why? Because more than 130,000 people crossed through the Darien Gap last year, and the Panamanian law enforcement cannot keep up with this flood. Traffickers are moving people through the most dangerous jungle crossing in the world, El Darien. And Panama is suffering while the criminals are profiting. In the meantime, Costa Rica has received over 500,000 Nicaraguans and Venezuelans. Venezuelan asylum applications in Costa Rica skyrocketed to the point where 10 years ago, only 14 Venezuelans applied for asylum. Today, 23,000 and counting are applying every year. But there's a lot of talk and very little action. That is why I will soon be addressing regional migration and stability in this country through something called My Dignity Act. Dignity will stop illegal immigration into the United States. It will seal the border forever and restore the rule of law. We're going to put the coyotes out of business, these child sex traffickers out of business. Dignity will enact an international information campaign to stop those who are making this very dangerous journey. It's also going to reestablish respect for American immigration laws and take the incentives away from crossing such dangerous places like the Darien. I will fight drug trafficking, target dangerous gangs, and bust the international transnational organizations. This pillar, this great association, this goal of working together requires partnership. It is why we must cherish alliances like the Panama, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, like the ones we're discussing today. I look forward to work with my colleagues and to take on this great challenge and help you to be what you were at one point. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and yield back.